I can never get on X. I used to be able to get on Twitter. I can't get on X. Um, they always want me to do some kind of like this equation to prove that I'm not a robot. But I think in order to do these equations, you would actually have to be a robot. Ah, Elon Musk, what are you up to, huh? You rich guy, you. Oh my god, I actually did it. I'm a friggin' genius, people. A genius, I tell you. Oh, wait, all that, and I'm only a human? Ugh, lame. And why does it have to be X, anyways? It makes it sound like so almost like X rated, you know? Like triple X, but there's only one of them. So it's like subpar. How did Elon Musk get all of that money without robbing a bank? Your mind over to just like go all over the place and just kind of ponder shit like that? I don't know. I'm still surprised that I was able to prove to be human. I kind of want to revoke those test results. Is it just me, or do robots have like mad cooler lives? Look at like Vicky the robot from Small Wonder. Although she had to sleep in a cabinet. If you had a kid and you made it sleep in a cabinet and you pressed it on top of its head every time you wanted it to shut up and like stop acting up or doing whatever it is that kids do, like, would that be considered child abuse? If you had a robot child and you spanked it, would it like maybe break your hand? I just imagine it's like, ow, I just smacked metal. You make a robot baby anyway? Do you like use too much lube or? I don't know, but I sure am glad that I passed the test of Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. Elon Musk. If you have butter parents, are you a butter baby? I know there's like passenger princess, but how do I become a passenger prince? Do I just get like really, really wasted and then people will be like, hey, I gotta drive you, you know, get in the front seat, passenger seat, and shut the fuck up? Is it pronounced caramel or caramel? Man, I sure do miss being a robot. Then again, I guess you should be careful what you wish for. Wish for, wish for, wish. Alright, Milky Way or Snickers? I mean, I do enjoy that nutty crunch, but at the same time, Snickers just kind of sounds racist. Do women that get hit on a lot put out a BVE? Just wondering. And why do you call it hitting on women when you go out to pick up on women? Because like hitting them, that's just no bueno. Why do cats get 9 lives but we only get 1? Are you still allowed to tell dad jokes if you don't have any kids? What does it take to get monetized on YouTube? If you're eating something on the bus and it tastes really good, can you still say bussin'? How come when you're hungry your stomach has to do all the growling? Is it because your teeth have to do all the chewing and biting when you're actually eating something? If I'm pretty fly for a white guy, is that like a good thing? Okay, KFC or Popeyes? What would you do for a Klondike bar? The difference between being a content creator, I mean, and like being insane, I mean, aren't we basically just talking to ourselves? Why do you go to the doctor when you get sick? Are you trying to get him sick too? God, you're so inconsiderate. If somebody asks you what your favorite color is and you say white, is that considered racist? If you have almond parents, are you a little bit nuts? If you were born and your last name was Simpson and your parents named you OJ, would you change your name? Would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? When people are turned on, what do they call it, being horny? I mean, you don't turn into like a rose or something like that. How come some people are afraid of the dark, but nobody's afraid of the light? Well, vampires, right? I guess vampires are afraid of the light, but is that only because they'll melt if they go into it? Favorite flavor of ice cream? Go ahead and guess. You didn't just answer pralines and cream, but somehow that flavor's still around. Do you think if you're a bowling pin, every time you saw a big, giant ball roll towards your face, you would scream? Okay, that just sounded wrong. Why are they called condiments? Like ketchup and ranch and stuff like that? I mean, it's not a mint-flavored condom. Can somebody join the Special Olympics if they don't know how to swim? I always ask like a hypothetical, like what would you do if, you know, you were in prison and you had your last meal? What would you ask for? I would ask for a key. Ever been on the phone with somebody and they used a really big word, so you just Googled what the definition of the word was and maybe a synonym so that you could reply and you could sound smart too? 99% of people cannot touch their noses with their tongues. And 99% of the people just try to do that. Hey, I could do it. You ever spit the Listerine back into the bottle just because, like, you feel like doing something environmentally friendly and saving you money at the same time? Have you ever had somebody tell you to kick rocks before? What does that even mean? When you lose a sock in the laundry, do you blame the sock itself? You laugh in the middle of a forest with nobody there to hear you laughing. Did you really laugh? They call them junior mints. I mean, they're like the size of a quarter. Owls ask who, but no other birds ask what, where, when, or why. Would you rather your name be Sam, or would you rather your son's name be Sam? Why do we insist on doing things like continuously eating Captain Crunch even though it scratches up the roof of our mouths because it tastes so delicious? Maybe, I don't know. People say, oh, I gotta catch my airplane, I gotta catch my flight. Do you really think you can run that fast? Haven't you subscribed yet? Are you afraid it's gonna like break your thumb or something? You don't even have to use your thumb. You can actually press that little thumb with your index finger, your middle finger, what do you call this finger next to your middle finger and your pinky? Do you still call it your ring finger if you're not married? Why is the word yes, sí, in Spanish, but no is still no? Is it because no means no? Know that if you tap the screen twice really, really fast, you could actually like this video. Is this really what it sounds like when doves cry? Call condoms Jimmy caps. I mean, that guy Jimmy must have really, really gotten around. Is it you, Mr. Beast? Call it when you get drunk tying one on. I can barely tie my shoes when I'm blasted. Is it corn on the cob? Isn't it really just corn? How come when it's your turn in baseball, you don't want any strikes at all, but when it's your turn in bowling, all you want are strikes? Did you know that if you poured salt onto a snail, the snail bubbles up and melts? You sick bastard. How do you know that? Beings are so sick-minded. I want to go back to being a robot. How come if you smoke seaweed, you can't get high? Believe me, I tried. Is it called friends with benefits? I mean, friends with benefits, you're not getting a 401k or like a dental plan or anything. Why don't we kneel on our elbows? If we did what we call kneeling, what we call it elbing? Elbing. When you get the girlfriend experience, do you still argue about stupid shit every 5 minutes? Still really have never fully understood light bulb jokes. Light bulb jokes? I mean, oh crap, maybe I'm part Polish. Wait, so, why, does Ancestry.com really exist? I mean, you already know your nationality. If people can selectively change genders, then shouldn't we be able to selectively change races? Good, I don't want to be part of the human race anymore. Instead of the human race, I want to be part of the robot race because that was fun, not thinking so much and not having so many questions. I don't even refer to nationality as a race. I mean, it's like nobody's coming in first, second, or third. We're not running. Hey parents, what if your kids were like, Mommy, there's a monster under my bed? And instead of reassuring them, you just kind of went, yeah, I know. I hope that you enjoyed this. You know, I really do. I really try to set my standards really, really high. In fact, I try to do everything really, really high. Thank you for watching, and make sure and like, comment, subscribe today, share this, and also hit that notifications bell so you can see when I'm posting new stuff.